Welcome in, everybody, to Titans Tube. This is our NFL picks for Week 2, and today we are joined yet again by another guest, another very special guest. Last week we had Mark from Titan Upload. This week we have Alex from the Titans channel, Mr. Titan. Alex, thank you so much for joining us. How's it going, man?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me again. It's always a pleasure to be on Titans Tube, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, Jake, who is not moving right now because I'm using a still image in where he usually is. He could not join us for this video, so it's just going to be me and Alex rocking and rolling. And Jake had the foreknowledge and foresight to send us his picks beforehand so that he can also keep track of how he does in our weekly picks series. Before we get started, real quick, Alex, tell us a little bit about your channel. How can we find you? Are you on Twitter? How can we follow your content, bro?
All right, man. I'll let you know. Just type in Mr. Titan on YouTube. I'll come up. I got interviews, one-on-one with Mr. Titan. Go with interviews with Jim Wyatt, Bernard Pollard, Amy Wells. I got a list of people that I interviewed. Also have Titan Caves where guests have sent me their official Titan Caves. It's almost like an MTV Crib style format. Yeah. So definitely check that out. And got the NFL week picks as well. And I have another segment called Cage Talk with his just MMA fighters. So again, it's a little bit of everything. Plus I have obviously the Titans talk. So again,
so going outside the Tennessee Titans football bubble a little bit, going into MMA
just a little
bit, tapping into that market. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Being a little flexible. I'm not that flexible at all. It's either Titans or the dirt. That's all I can talk about.
And then you can find me on Twitter. It's Mr._Titan5. So check me out. Follow me. Subscribe if you want to. Got some good stuff in the future. And again, some collaborations.
Killing it with the collaborations. You guys had a watch party on the Monday Night Football game that I was planning on popping into, but my work schedule has been up in the air and changing, so it was kind of up in the air for me, and I feel bad. I'm sorry I couldn't join that.
I should have put a little empty spot and put Titan.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so it would have made me feel included. But yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. So yeah, everybody find his channel, subscribe. I'll leave links in the description below. At Mr._Titan5 is where you can follow him on Twitter. But let's get into these picks. But again, before that, let's go back to last week and see how me and Jake did as compared to Mark from Titan Upload. And Mark, if you're watching this, congratulations, bro. Congrats. You took the crown for last week. You went 10-6 in your picks. Me and Jake went 9-7, and I will say that's quite curious that me and Jake both went 9-7, much like the Titans' record the past 4 seasons. I feel like that's kind of a message that's being sent from the football gods that I think me and Jake are actually the truest Titans fans of all. I feel like that's kind of where that's going, so I think we're the real winners from last week, but that's just my opinion.
Or it could be that you guys are the past, and now Mark 10-6 is what we're going to go this year.
Oh man, I choose not to believe that interpretation. But thank you, Alex, for trying to contribute.
Yeah, I tried.
So let's see, Alex, if you can maintain that guest trend of winning now. Me and Jake need to pick it up, but since we are filming this after the Thursday night game, we were responsible and did put in our picks of who we thought was going to win. So props to me. I picked the Browns. Jake and you, Alex, went with the Joe Burrow Bengals, and they were beaten to the tune of a 35-30 score. I think that last score was a garbage time score. So the Browns looking pretty good against the Cincinnati Bengals on Thursday night.
Yeah, we gotta kind of worry about them because we eventually play them, and we don't want to play them when they're eventually clicking. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about them. As you know, you look at all these opponents throughout the season. You know, so
yeah, so much talent on offense. I mean, Baker looked good. Like people can hate on Baker if they want, but if you saw his highlights from that game, like he was zipping passes in there. He looked like he was comfortable in that offense, and with Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Oh my goodness, they are packed with talent, and if they ever get that chemistry down on points against more formidable opponents than Cincinnati, then they are going to pull off some upsets, win some games, maybe make a playoff push. I don't know. That sounds like a huge overreaction to a game where they just beat the Bengals. But hey, you can't deny the talent that they have.
That's true. Correct on that.
All right, well, that's enough of a completely long intro to finally get into what is our Week 2 picks now. So I'm starting off 1-0. So you got a little bit of a hole to climb out of. Yeah. So let's see how we do here.
All right.
We'll start off with the Giants taking on the Bears in Chicago. Not sure what the state of fan attendance is for all of these stadiums. I don't know what the capacity is, or if they're still not allowing things in. So I don't know how much of a big deal home field advantage is going to play, but. I'll start off real quick.
Let's go.
I like the Bears in this game. I like their defense. The Giants definitely struggled against another great defense in the Steelers on Monday night. Even though they got lucky to get out of Detroit with a win, but I think they can take care of business against the Giants at home. What about you, Alex?
I agree. I think the Bears defense is gonna just kind of like overwhelm them. I don't think the Giants struggled off the get-go with the running back as well, so I think the Bears will do good.
Saquon getting outrushed by Ben Roethlisberger last week. How pedestrian and pathetic. I'm looking real quick. What did Jake pick? Jake picked Chicago over the Giants as well, so that's going to be a clean sweep for the Bears over the Giants. Next game, we've got the Atlanta Falcons coming off a loss to the Seahawks, taking on another 0-1 team, the Dallas Cowboys. Coming off a loss against the Rams. I'll throw it to you first, Alex. Who do you think wins that game?
I believe the Cowboys will win. I think they're usually good at rebounding from losses, especially a loss like that, even though they should have never left it to the very end to try to win. Trust me, had a bunch of Cowboys fans complaining, like always here in Dallas. But
that's right.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys
Your hometown.
Will. Yeah, you know it. So I think the Cowboys will win.
Gotcha. Yep. Jake also sees it that way. He's going Cowboys. I'm really tempted to pick the Falcons. Man, that defense was not looking good against the Seahawks, but again, that's Russell Wilson. So, You know what? I'm going to do it. I feel like it's a little bit of an upset. I think I like, Matt Ryan putting up 450 yards last week. He still got it in his arm, and Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Todd Gurley got in the end zone too. They got some talent on offense too. I think they go into Dallas and pull off a win.
That would be
Sending
nice.
Cowboys fans into a little bit of a further panic mode, which is entertaining to me. All right, next game we got our first divisional game on the docket. We have the Detroit Lions off that heartbreaking loss to the Bears going to the Packers, who Aaron Rodgers is saying, no, thank you, Jordan Love. This is still my starting quarterback job. I don't know what the Packers are doing. I'm going to throw 4 touchdowns against the Vikings, and I'm probably going to do similar damage to you, Detroit. Sorry, Detroit. I'm going to have to go with the Packers right now. They are looking good. Aaron Rodgers picking up where he's always left off, and that's always great quarterback play. So I'm going Packers. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, I agree. Packers, you got Matt LaFleur, second year. He's doing good. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to carve him up,
Matt
man.
LaFleur.
Yeah, right? I think he's just going to carve him up.
Yeah, sounds good. Jake also has Green Bay, and he has a note. He has a couple notes for a couple of these games. Green Bay returns to form as an NFC contender. It looks like it sure as hell looked like it last week, is what he said. And yeah, I got to agree. They looked like one of the top teams in the NFC. And the 49ers dropped a game already, and that was their one obstacle from reaching the Super Bowl last year. So we'll see how that game goes. Next on the docket, we've got the Vikings going to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Both teams 0-1, losing divisional games. Bit of an interesting matchup. I'm not sure. What do you think about the Vikings? It was giving up 43 points just due to the Packers having a great offense, or do you think their defense is kind of regressing a little?
Well, again, since it is only week 2, we're going to kind of see, where the cracks in the armor is. Hopefully it's just, the Packers were just too good. But again, we play on week 3, so you got to kind of, hopefully they're still bad on defense. But at the same time, I think the Vikings, just overall are a little bit better. I think. I mean, I'm a big fan of Dalvin Cook. I went to Florida State, so I mean, I got to support.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, right on. Did you go at the same time he did?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I wish that would be kind of cool. I was out of school.
Oh, you're out. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that would be cool to watch.
Emmanuel.
Because they were awesome. Didn't he win the national championship with Jameis there, or was that even before?
No, that was
okay.
that was dressed right there. I was with EJ, unfortunately, when EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel. Ooh, I see.
Yeah.
Not as exciting as what Jameis was doing there, but that's okay. That's all right. All right. I don't know why we're talking about college football. This is a Titans channel. We're talking about picks. Let's get back to it, people. I get ranty and rambly. Jake is also going with the Vikings over the Colts. I'm kind of tempted to go Colts here. They're at home. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but you know what? Let's do it. I'll be the odd man out in yet another game here. Let's go Colts. So I'm either going to do really well or really poorly against you guys this week. I'll take the Colts. Phillip Rivers, if he can just stay away from the back-breaking interceptions in the crucial moments of the game, if he does that, I think the Colts will do enough to win this game. So I'll go Indianapolis. Next up, let's go to the AFC East, where we have the Buffalo Bills, 1-0, taking on the 0-1 Dolphins, who dropped a game last week to Cam Newton and the Patriots. Man, how about those Buffalo Bills? I got to say, man, I did not... All right, this is in consideration of knowing that the Jets are not very good, and that has a lot to do with how Buffalo played last week. Maybe. But also, I'm kind of buying into the Bills, completely at this point. And I am pretty 99% sure I am on the Josh Allen board finally. It took me a while. I didn't think he had a great arm or an accurate arm, but the dude just makes plays. He makes plays with his arm and his leg. Does he have a wildly inaccurate miss to a wide-open receiver maybe once a game? Sure, fine, but you can't ignore all the other great things he does for that offense. And they have an elite defense as well. I'm going Buffalo on the road. I think they roll over the Dolphins in this game. What about you, Alex?
I can't stand Buffalo. Don't like them, but I'm going with them.
Yeah. Oh, man, they have our number. I really want to win that game.
That was almost like Denver. So we broke one trend. Let's see if we can break another.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, exactly. So you're also going Buffalo. I'm looking for Jake's pick. I'm sure he went Buffalo. He did go Buffalo, so that is a clean sweep for Buffalo to start out 2-0 in that AFC East division. Looking forward to when they play the Patriots, though. See how that division shapes up. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers 0-1 going across the country to the New York Football Jets, Jets, Jets. Easy pick for me. Yeah, the Cardinals dropped a game, or the Niners dropped a game last week. But they're just head and shoulders above the Jets in every phase of the game. 49ers roll. What about you?
Yeah, 49ers, Jets are not good.
They got problems. No Le'Veon Bell now for the foreseeable future. Sam Darnold, man, they need to get him some weapons or just help because his career is not on a good path right now.
Adam Gase needs to leave. Adam
Gase is a problem.
He's bad.
Yeah, so things not looking good for the Jets, so that's going to be a clean sweep. Jake also picked the 49ers to take out the Jets. Next game, we got Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who dropped, surprisingly, or maybe not very surprisingly, a game to Washington last week, who completely swarmed Carson Wentz. We'll do Washington's later. We'll talk about them later. Jake, you're not Jake, you're Alex. Alex, I'll throw this one to you. Who do you like in this Rams versus Eagles game?
It was it's kind of like a toss-up here because, Philly usually plays better. They lost again. They should have won, so they'll probably play with a little bit more, pizzazz. But at the same time, I'm gonna go with the Rams. The Rams look good. The Rams look really good.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's there's no home field advantage even if they play in Philly. So I'm gonna go with
for sure.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, I think the big factor for me is how that Eagles line played against Washington, and who do they have next is Aaron Donald and company and that front seven, and they're going to create chaos. So I think that's a big mismatch, and Carson Wentz is yet again going to not feel comfortable in that pocket throwing the football. So I'm going Rams over Eagles, and Jake is also going Rams over Eagles. Man, so a sweep for LA over Philadelphia. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos coming off a loss. They needed 5 missed kicks. They got 4 of our missed kicks, but they needed 5 to win that game. So unfortunately for them, they start out 0-1, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who all of a sudden look kind of scary with Big Ben back and the dominant defensive performance against the Giants. I haven't gone to Jake first, so let's just throw his pick out there first. And he has Pittsburgh over Denver, and he says Pittsburgh's defense is nothing to mess with, especially with some hobbled pieces on Denver's offense. Yeah, they need Phillip Lindsay, got the turf toe. Will Cam Sutton play? I'm not even sure if Cam Sutton's back. They also have A.J. Boye, who went out against the Titans with an injury. I'm not sure if he's going to be back. So those are some key pieces that are out for them, obviously with Von Miller. But I don't know. How do you think they can – do you think they can win against Pittsburgh?
Yeah. No. Denver's not going to win. I was like, yeah. You switched it up on me. Yeah, Denver's not going to win.
Yeah, sorry.
Unfortunately. No. Pittsburgh is too strong. I mean, they were good last year with a bad. They almost snuck into the playoffs with a backup QB, and that defense was, I mean, what's his name? What's Wyatt's brother? Is his name T.Y.?
T.Y. Hilton.
No, not.
No. I know. Who are you trying to think of again?
What's his name's brother? Plays for the Steelers.
J.J. Watt. T.J. Watt.
T.J. Okay, I said T.Y. Watt. I made him. I switched him up.
T.Y.
Yeah,
T.Y. Watt.
He's a stud,
That's
man.
the fourth brother. Nobody knows about him because he sucks at football.
Yeah, he's a stud, and their defense is just legit, man. They're scary, and we play them week 4?
Yeah, 4 or 5, and then we have Buffalo like either right before or after. Not fun times playing these defenses. So we'll see how the Broncos offense does against them. I'm kind of tempted to go Denver. I don't know, because I was pretty high on Denver coming into the season, and then if they start out 0-2, it's going to be like, well, I don't know what I'm doing or talking about here. But yeah, I don't think they win. I do see the Steelers coming out on top again in this game. So I guess we're going clean sweep. Clean sweep for Pittsburgh. Gerald Casey, prove us wrong. Get us a few strip sacks. Or us. You don't play for us. Get Denver a few strip sacks. Next up, we've got another divisional matchup here. We got the Carolina Panthers taking on Tom Brady's Buccaneers in Tampa. Can Tom Brady notch his first win as a Tampa Bay Buck? Alex, who you got?
He is. Tampa Bay will eventually win. It's going to be against the Carolina Panthers. I mean, Carolina didn't look too great. They got Bridgewater and stuff. I'm glad he has another opportunity, but it's just, I don't know, the team's not in sync yet.
Yeah, they got McCaffrey. He's kind of the leader and the what makes everything go. And they did have some success against the Raiders defense. I mean, they got 30 points. Maybe that's because the Raiders defense is very good, but we'll see as time goes on. But yeah, I mean, Tampa Bay, Alvin Kamara last week had like 3 touchdowns, and he's kind of a similar player to Christian McCaffrey. So they could have some problems containing him, but overall, I don't think Tom Brady is going to let his team go start off the season 0-2, especially in a home winnable game against the Panthers. I think the Bucs will take this one as well. Let's see who Jake picked. Tampa Bay over Carolina, another sweep. Next up, Washington football team. You have my attention. You have my attention after your 27 unanswered points in your win against the Eagles. You guys are taking on the Arizona Cardinals on the road, who also have my attention after beating the 49ers. Both teams with my attention, and now my attention will be on this game to see who's for real and who is not. This is kind of a tough game. It's kind of a toss-up because I really want to buy into this Washington hype a little bit, but I also am kind of bought into what Arizona's doing. They got some great receivers. Can Washington's defensive backs cover, Larry Fitzgerald, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk? Those are 3 great receivers, and they have a pretty good front 7 as they showed last week. So I don't know. What are you seeing in this matchup? What's going to be the key here?
key's gonna be it's gonna be D-Hop. Is D-Hop gonna get the ball? And I think it's gonna be.
You know it.
I think it's gonna be Arizona. I'm going with Arizona. I said that was kind of like the sleeper team. A lot of people didn't take them to be anything out of this world, but I think they improved a lot in the offseason. And again, they got one of the best top 3 wide receivers playing in the National Football. So I'm just happy that every time I see D-Hop in Arizona Cardinals, it kind of makes me smile. I'm like, we don't have to deal with him.
It's like nice to see him make passes and be exciting and make plays without in the back of my mind. Like, oh, he's helping the Texans. That sucks. Now I can just cheer for him and enjoy watching him play regardless.
Yep.
No one was really talking about him. Like, all the focus was on the other 3 teams in that division, and then they come out and jump on the 49ers game 1. So it'll be interesting. You know how Mike Vrabel had, and a lot of the team had the face mask that said, "Please give Derrick Henry the ball." They should be wearing masks that says, "Please throw the ball to D-Hop," because that guy's unguardable. He's so good. Man, all right. Washington, if you prove me wrong again, more props to you. But I gotta go Arizona here at home. Kyler Murray is not Carson Wentz. I mean, he will fly right through you if you're not properly containing the pockets. I mean, that dude has got some serious wheels. He's a playmaker, and I think they're gonna struggle to contain him. Maybe I'm just stupid, but hey, I'm going Arizona as well. And also, Jake is going Arizona. So no respect and no love to, I almost called them the Redskins, to the football team after their win against Philadelphia. But we'll see. Prove us wrong. I would love to see it. Washington. Moving right along here, we have an AFC West divisional clash. In my opinion, it will be a lopsided clash with the Chiefs and the Chargers. I got Chiefs. Who you going with? I think we all know.
Chiefs.
And that is smart. And Jake is going Chargers. Just kidding. He's got Kansas City. I wouldn't do you like that, Jake. Moving right along to an interesting matchup here in the Sunday afternoon game. Baltimore going to Houston to take on the Texans. Man, brutal stretch, Texans. It's like, who do you guys want to open the season with? How about the defending Super Bowl champions, and then how about the Baltimore Ravens with the reigning MVP Lamar Jackson, both of whom blasted the Texans last year. So not a good opening stretch for Houston, and I think they're going to drop to 0-2 after this game. What about you?
Yep, 0-2, and I'm loving it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to see another thrashing. Like, Houston, what are y'all doing? DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson. Okay.
Bill O'Brien.
Let's move right along. Yeah, Bill O'Brien, my favorite GM after John Robinson. We have reached the Sunday night matchup. It's going to be a good one. I'm very much looking forward to this game. We got the New England Patriots traveling East Coast to West Coast to Seattle to take on Russell Wilson's Seahawks, in whom Bill Belichick said is probably the best player that he's seen. So take that, Tom Brady. You are no longer the best quarterback Bill Belichick has ever seen, even though he saw you every day for 20 years. I don't know. He's just giving props to Russell Wilson. But tough game. What? I'll go to you first. Who do you think wins?
I think Seattle's defense will eventually shut them down, and I think Seattle will come out on top. Again, they didn't look bad. Patriots didn't look bad at all if they kept, with the whole play action thing going on with Cam Newton and the option, which was really smart. I mean, I think that's the best how he plays, and not to bring back memories, but maybe that would have worked similar with Marcus Mariota instead of trying to make him a pocket passer. But hey, what are you gonna
do?
But
he's a little bit smaller than Cam. I don't think he can absorb those hits as
no, as we can tell.
Nerve, he probably would have hurt his elbow.
As we can tell, all the injuries he's had in the years and stuff like that. But again, I think Seattle will. It might be a shootout, to be honest with you.
It could be with Russell Wilson back there. I mean, he can drop 30 plus points on any defense. I think even New England's, whose defense looks like they're gonna return. I don't know if they're gonna be as good as last year's in terms of points allowed per game. I mean, they were on a roll for a hot minute there. But yeah, they look good again. Cam Newton, that is what he does and how he should be used, I think, for him to be most effective is get him the ball running, give him some options, option plays. You know, he still looks like he has a good arm. It's just, is it sustainable? Are we going to be rolling into week 10 with Cam still carrying the ball 10 to 12, 15 times a game? Is that going to wear him down even more? So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. I am going to roll with Seattle, though, at home. I'm going to take the Seahawks. They look like they're going to have yet another 11-5, 12-4, let's make a run to the Super Bowl kind of team. And, yeah, I'm going Seahawks. However, Jake has New England over Seattle, and he's calling it his upset pick of the week. And anytime a Bill Belichick led Patriots team is an upset pick, is it really, Jake? Is that fair for you just to throw out upset pick of the week? Is it really that big of an upset? He said Cam Newton, he thinks is going to end up being possibly the steal of the offseason. And he said it before the week 1 game, and he was looking smart after week 1, so we'll see if he looks smart again after 2 games in. Finally, before we get to the Titans game, we have to do this Monday night game. Random. Intriguing, maybe, but random. New Orleans against the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. Some of these interconference matchup games, man, it's just like I can't even recall a single time in my life where these two teams have ever played. And of course they have, but it's just so random. Raiders and Saints. Okay. Yeah, Raiders defense giving up 30 to Carolina is not inspiring to me. And now they have to take on the Saints. If they don't fix that defense, this could be a blowout. I think the Saints, it could be a close game, but I think the Saints are going to win regardless. Go New Orleans.
Yeah, I think the Saints will steamroll them. I think they're just going to pick up just like where they started off, man. They have so many weapons on offense and stuff, man. They click so easily, man. It's nice to watch them too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, Alvin Kamara, and I mean, he's from UT, so I'm kind of biased, but he's one of the most fun players to watch in the league. I love watching him run. So we'll see how much success he has over them. And finally, Jake also picks the Saints. That's going to be a sweep for the Saints. And now, let us get to the biggest game, everyone's most anticipated game, Jags at Titans. Yes. I know the rest of the NFL is just dying to see this game.
Hell yeah. No Thursday night, baby.
Not on Thursday night to save the rest of the league. But me and Jake's preview video has not yet been released, but we filmed that like on Tuesday, and since then we have learned that AJ Brown is now a no-go. Also, Darrington Evans is going to be out yet again. Adoree Jackson not in as well. Malcolm Butler didn't practice today.
Yeah, he didn't practice yesterday.
Tricep. Mm-hmm. Or yesterday. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Those are some huge names. Are we in trouble? I do not. I don't want to lose this game. This game is big for us, especially with our extremely difficult schedule coming up. I got to pick the Titans. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Titans. I'm always going to pick the Titans because I have faith in my team to overcome our injuries. Jake is also rolling with the Titans. So talk to us, man. How do you feel about this game? What's going to be the key matchup here?
It's going to be Corey Davis. Can Corey Davis pull up another game? Because since AJ Brown's not, now he's the next person to step in, man. It sounds weird coming from like AJ Brown being a rookie now, and then like he's like, okay, now can Corey Davis, fill in that role? Also, Khalif Raymond, he had some, he had a terrible game the first game. I don't know if it was jitters. He just couldn't catch anything. So we have to see a lot from our wide receivers that are very thin as of right now. I know they let go Cody Hollister And then they brought who else did they bring in for the wide receiver?
Picasso.
What's
that guy's name? Picasso something, and then Nick something, wide receiver. I don't know. Why did we get rid of Cody Hollister and then sign another receiver? Did he do some like really dumb things in that game last week? Because he got snaps, and now he's released, and we just brought in a receiver that I've never heard of before.
Yeah, so the receiving core needs to step up if they're going to help Derrick Henry out. And then we're going to have to use that pass rush. The pass rush has to work. We have to get to Gardner Minshew because actually, to be honest with you, he's not that bad of a player. He's actually a pretty decent football player, in my opinion.
At all.
He looks funky with the mustache and the long hair. But other than that, man, he could sling the ball. And look what happened with Drew Luck. I mean, if it wasn't for the drop passes, we could have been having a totally different conversation, another game. So if it wasn't for the drop passes, I mean, we'll see what happens. And then the kicking situation. We got to make extra points. We got to make field goals. We'll see what
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, man, and if Butler doesn't play, no Malcolm Butler, no Adoree Jackson going up against DJ Chark and Keelan Cole, and those guys can play. Those guys are quality receivers. Like, man, this could be bad. So I think definitely we got to pick it up on the pass rush. We can't let Minshew be comfortable in the pocket. And yeah, I think that's going to be the key. And on offense, if Corey Davis has trouble getting separation, against their number one pick, C.J. Henderson, who had a good game in his first game in the NFL, Adam Humphries, he can try to do what he does, and then Khalif Raymond as our number 3 receiver is not inspire confidence. So I think we gotta give the ball to Henry again, even if it takes 30 times like last week. Like, sorry, bro, you gotta carry the load once again because we got some banged up pass catchers out there. I think Jonnu Smith could play a big role if he gets some favorable matchups. He needs to be heavily involved in the game plan. But yeah, I mean, this video is supposed to be about our picks. I've given my pick. I hope you're gonna pick the Titans because if you don't, I'm probably not gonna have you back on our picks show ever again.
Yeah, definitely rolling with the Titans. It's gonna be a low scoring game. I think it's gonna be a grimy game. It's gonna be like 17-14. 20-16, something like that. Something very low scoring, I think. But
yeah, I could definitely see it playing out like that. But all right, excellent. Those are our picks. Let's see if I can do better than 9-7 last week. Let's see if you can maintain the guest spot in the lead as Mark finished 10-6 last week. So we'll see how it goes. How did you guys like our picks? Did we get anything wrong? Did we leave out any crucial information about any of these games? Is someone hurt? Did Tom Brady tear his ACL in practice today? I don't know. I haven't checked Twitter, so don't make fun of us in the comments. But all right, Alex, thank you so much for joining us. Any last words? Yeah, I'll let you end it.
I don't know. Thank you again for inviting me, man. It's always a blast to come on here again. First Titans.
Yeah.
Ever YouTuber I ever watched was you, sir. So you are the top of the tone pole, man. You're the big dog. So again, thank you for everything you do. love your videos.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, all the other Titans channels are doing everything just as good, if not better. So it's cool to see all these other channels happening now. The Titans channel, or the Titans fan base, has a really strong, good community, especially on the social media front. Twitter, YouTube, for sure. All of it. It's great. It's great to see. So, but yeah, thanks again, man. Looking forward to all of your future content. Make sure you guys check out Mr. Titan. And yeah, tighten up, guys. We'll see you next time in the next video.
Thanks, bud. Have a good one.